Welcome, 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 y'all. Meet me on the 50. We back in this thing. Another Monday night. Can y'all shit? Can y'all hear me? Look, new setup. You see what's going on. New surroundings, man. We here tonight. Monday. We won't be having a Rangers battle tonight, y'all. Before I continue, I want you to let me know in the comments: is the audio good? Is the video good? Because this is a whole new setup. Before I even looking forward to this show right here, man. And look, make sure y'all share this out. Hey, can you hear me well? Good. Hear you fine. Appreciate you. I'm your host. Meet me on the 50, y'all. This is a special edition Monday night, man. We have some illustrious people on tonight. We're going to talk about some things going on. A lot of the things going on. You're very aware of what's going on in the country right now. It's in turmoil, but it's sometimes you gotta you know what I'm saying. You gotta shake it up a little bit to get what you want. You know what I'm saying. And we've been wanting a lot for a long time, and it seems chaotic, but we gonna get into it, y'all. Sometimes you gotta shake things up to, you know what I'm saying, to get some things going. So we gonna have some very influential people on tonight. If you follow me on Facebook, you saw the lineup. I'll go ahead and read some of the names off to you right here. We have Mr. Brian Simmons from Southern University, Javon Pollitt, also a Southern grad. Forgive me, brother, for forgetting the name of your high school, man. Javon will be on. James Perry from Eastern. Jordan Barnes from Norfolk, man, student leader, president of Kappa Kappa Psi Iota Xi chapter. Also plays the mellophone. Carlton Wright, director of bands from Alabama A&M. We got Rocky Hines, activist, also former student leader at Norfolk State. Mr. Nathan Hamer will be on, former director of bands from Southern. Marcus Neal of Morgan State University, also brother of Phi Mu Alpha Symphonia. Christie Walker. Christie Walker, man, she is the co-founder of thefifthquarter.com. That's how I got my start on the whole online presence in this band thing, man. She put me on game back in the early, I want to say probably like early 2000s. I can't remember the year it was founded, man. Forgive me, Christy, for forgetting. But Mr. Bernard Bradley will be on from Kings Fork. We got Crystal Williams. She's also a Morgan State grad and a sister of a Sigma Alpha Iota sorority. So Everson Martin from Alcorn. We have Deontay Kennedy. And we got Nick Egerton, band raw, man. So that's just what we have so far. We got about 10 more people pinning their responses, bro. It's gonna be a good show. So my objective, look, when y'all follow me on Meet Me on the 50, there's 3 things I need y'all to focus on, man. You know, my name's Eddie, but you can call me 3E because every time you know what I'm saying, you come to Meet Me on the 50, I want y'all to walk away with these 3 E's. That's entertainment, education, and encouragement. All right. You know what I'm saying? Entertainment, I want you to laugh. I want you to joke. We're going to do all that. But as far as the encouragement and the education, that's paramount with me right there, man. You know what I'm saying? We all are cups. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we're full, sometimes we're empty. You know what I'm saying? But I always want you to come to this channel, you know what I'm saying, and walk away with your cup a little bit fuller than how you brought it, okay? So that's what I plan on doing with this episode tonight. You know, I tried to find a way. You know, we kind of winging it, y'all. We winging it tonight, but sometimes it's like that. You know what I'm saying? This is a very spur of the moment thing we going through in this nation right now, but I wanted to make sure that we have a way for our leadership on the student level and on the staff side to reach out to their students and show them some encouragement, give them some guidance, give them some leadership, man, because these people are well respected in their circles, in their band programs, in their communities, man. So, and I hope y'all look at me that same way. You know what I'm saying? When I come to you direct. I come to you, I bring you nothing but facts, and I give you nothing but encouragement, man. This is a positive channel. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it's about. All right. So I run my mouth enough. The way we're gonna do this though, we're gonna have the guests on, but we're also gonna do band clips here and there, band segments in between the show, in between the presenters. So I need you to put in the comments, send me some clips. We're gonna try to have some powerful clips. You know what I'm saying? I just started out with Southern Power. I was feeling that right there, but I want some energy. I want some energy tonight because that's what it's about, man. You know what I'm saying? We're going through a time right now where we need to be energized, and that's what it's about. All right, it's about music, but it's also about progression. We're trying to move this thing forward. All right. Without further ado, I think I'm gonna go ahead and try to get the first guest on right here, and we have Mr. You know what I'm saying? I'll let him introduce himself, man. This is Mr. Rocky Hines, bro. What's going on, my man?
What's going on, man? I didn't know I was up first.
N-
I didn't know I was
oh,
up
oh, look,
first.
look, look. Well, it's kind of good because people come. Sometimes people get a short attention span, Rock. So I mean, you get their attention first off, man.
What's going on, man? I was shocked. I was expecting. I'm like, oh, I'm up here with Nathan Hamer or somebody. They gonna be on first, but okay, I'll take it. I'll take it.
Yeah, I like the background right there, brother.
Hey, man, I'm sporting the brand, man. You
Yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah. So I was thinking, man. I was watching your timeline. You was out there in Norfolk yesterday, right? For the protest.
Saturday. Yeah, I was
So
out there Saturday.
tell us a little bit about how it was out there, man.
I mean, so me and myself and Nick, we started protesting like 4 years ago, around the same time after Philando Castile got killed. And this one, man, might be the worst thing I've ever seen on camera. And so we decided, to get back out there. And it was very peaceful. Like, literally, no interaction with the police department from us at all. So, I mean, it was good. It was the largest turnout I've seen of a protest that I've put together. So, obviously, I was very proud of
Hey,
myself.
my
Now,
bad, Rock. Hey, my bad, Rock. Let me rewind it, bro. Tell us a little bit about who you are, what your background is in activism. Cause I know you, man. You've done a lot down there, bro. I mean, I read your bios. You know what I'm saying? But I know you can speak on it better than I could, man. So, tell the people a little bit about who you are and you know what I'm saying, what you've done for that area and so forth.
yeah, for sure. Well, so I'm actually from Portsmouth, Virginia, which is a smaller city. Literally, I can see Norfolk from my house. I marched in the band in the Spartan Legion from '08 to 2012, and then again in 2015. In 2016, I decided to get real active in the community. I held this huge protest in 2016. We shut the tunnel down. It was the first time in history that
Mm.
had been done here. Keep in mind, it was still peaceful, but it was a way of us getting our point across. From there, I kind of got pushed out into the middle. Like, everybody wanted me to do more and more and more. So right now, I don't know if you saw today, but I literally just entered my name into the candidacy for the city council in the city of Portsmouth.
I
If
saw
I can
that.
get that done, man, I'll be one of the youngest people to ever do that in the state of Virginia.
Wow. So what pushed you to go that route, man?
I just want to get out of the streets, man. By that, I mean, like, literally, protesting was to build a platform, to build awareness, and I've done that. And at this point, enough people know me. I can get the right amount of votes, man. I can implement the change that we've been asking for the past 400 years, really. But I'm really focused on my city. And we have a history of structural racism, systematic racism, and we need to get rid of it. So I'm going to try to help out with that.
That's awesome, bro. So when is the election for that position?
It's November 3rd, but I have to have everything turned in by June 8th. I don't know how many people from the city of Portsmouth are listening, but I'm actually getting a petition right now. I only need 150 signatures. I got over 100 already, but I like to have 500 just to show them that I'm really serious about it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So you have people that follow you and respect you, man. Everybody I chose for this show, man, was for a reason because I know you have a huge following, man. People really respect you. So for the people who are listening right now and know and love rock, man, what can you tell them as far give them some words of encouragement and wisdom, man, for what we dealing with right now?
I mean, we really dealing with a double-edged sword, really. When you think about it, we got the virus on the left that is killing us at a much higher rate than any other race, and then we got to deal with police brutality. But what I will say is that I think that we're going to come out of this stronger than ever
Mm.
because we're going through so much. I mean, you got to think, man, like, I think the times are extremely unprecedented. I don't think we've ever been through this much at one time as a nation, and let alone as a black community. I mean, literally, man, you think about the numbers of people dying from the coronavirus, and then on top of that, we getting killed on camera still 30 years after the Rodney King beating. It's almost amazing that we're still having to deal with this. But I will say that usually when you go through so much, man, you come out of it stronger. And I really believe that that's what's going to happen this time. I think enough people are fed up. I think we've all had enough. This one feels a little bit different. It feels a little bit different
Hmm.
from almost every other situation. So I think that we are going to learn from this,
Yep.
and we're going to continue to grow as people.
I think, man, it's the perfect storm, man. When I say perfect, I mean in that, the first half of this year has been rough already, bro. You know what I'm saying? Folks, how many people are out of jobs right now? I want to say it was, it's up there.
40 million,
It's
something
up
like
there.
that.
You know what I'm
Yeah, it's
saying? You
crazy.
got it's that, man. It was it was bad timing overall for this to happen right here, man. But like you said, this feels different though, man. And sometimes things have to happen to cause the change that we need, bro. And I respect what you're doing out there. Hearing the news that you're gonna be out there running for city council, bro. You have my support. I'm gonna push it however I can. You know what I'm saying? On my platform, bro. So looking forward to seeing what you do with that, man.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate everything you do. I'm always on. I'm always supporting. I think I've been on since you was
Hell
the
yeah.
infamous Ed back in the day. So
What you know about Infamous Ed? Damn, you took me
yeah,
back.
man.
Hey, but if y'all don't know, man, I used to be called Infamous Ed on YouTube, bro. That's before Meet Me on the 50, man. I forgot all about that channel, bro.
Yeah, man. You
Um,
caught some clips of my rookie year. That was the only. We didn't have a media team then, so
what year was
like
that? 2000 and what?
2008.
Oh yeah, yeah. That was a strong year too. 2007, 2008, man. Y'all was doing some. The Legion was crazy in 2007, especially 2007 though.
Yeah, we'll be back. We'll be back. We
Hmm.
good right now, as a matter of fact, man. I like the way that things are going. I think that the program is heading in the right direction.
Yeah,
When the numbers get there, we'll be right back where we were. But I
yeah,
don't think that the persona of the Legion ever left. Even with the numbers diminishing the way they did, we still maintain. You knew who we were. We didn't sound like anybody else.
yeah. I've always been a fan of the Legion, man. Y'all style just doesn't change year to year, man. Y'all have been the same Legion since I want to say I had an interview with Mr. Fears, man, like a couple weeks ago, and just from what he was telling me, bro, like y'all have always had that same drive, man. So
Yeah,
kudos to y'all, man.
yeah. I won't speak on that because I ain't even close to Fields, but I will say, man, like the Legion has been pretty consistent. It was good to hear the history, even though I've been around for a long time because I
Hmm.
grew up here. But even if you watch stuff like the Behold, how they come in the stadium, you watch it evolve, but yeah, stay the exact same. It's crazy, but Mr. Adams is also a genius, man. Shout out to him, man. That dude is amazing.
Crazy,
Yeah,
crazy, crazy,
he don't
crazy.
get enough credit for everything he's done. Definitely.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to having him on the show soon, man. We've been talking, so I know it's gonna be a great show as well. Um, well, shoot! Shout out your social media. Shout out how can we follow Rocky Hines, man?
Man, I'm on Facebook. That's my main platform, ROCKYHINES. I'm on Instagram. I got a little bit of following up there too, but not as big as Facebook. But Instagram is Come On Rock, CMONROCK. No underscores, no asterisks, not special like that. But I'm everywhere, man. And I am known for trash talking in the band where I think everybody know that. I don't mind talking trash.
Especially Virginia State, man. Y'all, you get them boys a hard time.
Hey, I ain't never gonna change, man. But I love them because we need them. Otherwise, the rivalry wouldn't be what it is, man. They're very important to the culture.
Yeah. Shout out to Virginia State, man. Is it big state or little state now?
Uh, it's big state and bigger state. Hey, man.
All right,
Hopefully they're gonna be in the MEAC this year, man. I hope y'all talk about FAMU today too and what they're trying to do. That's important. I'm not gonna get on that. That's way above my pay grade. But
man. Look, I need to see some facts. I don't need. I like to hear say, but I ain't gonna talk about it yet, man. I think it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting. You know what I'm saying? On a band side, I don't know. I'm looking forward to see how that would turn out. But
yeah, I think it's gonna be good for sports too, man.
hmm
But I'm not gonna get into that. Like I said, that's above me. Uh,
hmm
I'm just a spectator, man. But I
Yes, me
appreciate you
too.
having me on.
All right, brother. Appreciate you, man.
All right, y'all take it easy.
All right, now. All right. Shout out to Rocky right there, man. It's a good brother, man. When I found out he was running for city council, that really made my day earlier today when I saw that. So shout out to Rocky again. Um, we gonna keep this thing going. Like I said, we have a lineup of people, man. This show, if you're just tuning in, is dedicated to just encouraging the people, man. Encouraging the kids. There's a lot of uncertainty going on in the world right now, especially in the band world as well. Um, this fall's coming up real soon, and it's not a whole lot of word being passed down on what's gonna happen, man. But I want y'all to know that we gonna always meet me on the 50. We'll always have y'all back and try to keep you encouraged, man. So that's the plan for the night. We gonna go and keep it rolling. like I said, throughout the show, we're going to have the guests on, but we're also going to play band clips to, yeah, keep the momentum going. So let's go ahead and run another one. All right, here we go. Love that clip right there. Love that clip, man. Jackson State, that's Stand by Donnie McClurkin. Check out the words to that, man. That's a beautiful song, musically as well as lyrically right there, y'all. So we're going to keep the show going. We are moving on to our second guest for the night. She is definitely a close friend of mine. We go back to, I want to say, to the early 2000s, probably before that. She started a platform, well, she was the co-founder of a platform that really brought together all the band heads nationwide, man. Before Facebook, before anything that we're using right now, before Twitter, anything that you think you have on your phone that keeps you in connect with your band people, man. None of that was going on back then. It was one site only. There might have been a few here and there, but it was called thefifthquarter.com, all right? And it's still active. It's still jumping. This is Miss Christie Walker right here. I'm looking forward to having her on. Here we go. Hey!
How you doing, Eddie? How you doing?
What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? I ain't talked to you in a second, but how you doing?
I'm hanging in there, I guess, as much to be expected. Well, first of all, let me just say that, you said people got to call you the three E's. I'm like, no, you're Eddie to me.
No, call me Eddie. Just know you going to get the three E's. That's all. You going to get them
Yeah,
when you come
okay.
through. Yeah, yeah. So I try to give them the people a little bit about you, man. But just tell them more about Miss Walker, Doctor Walker,
Okay.
Doctor Walker, Doctor Walker.
Yes, yes, I am Dr. Walker. So,
Yeah.
let's see. Band wise, my parents actually met in A&T's band. They both marched in A&T's band, and so did I. So, I marched for the Blue and Gold Marching Machine for 4 years in the 90s. And, the three of us would march in alumni band, my mom and my dad and I together. And so, I grew up in a bandhead family, really been following bands since honestly like the 80s. And so around the late 90s, my partner Michael Lee and we decided to create a website for HBCU bands to just, congregate and build community. And that was in the late 90s, actually, when you and I met, because Eddie, you had a Yahoo group or some
There it
kind
was. Yes, yes, yes.
of, yeah. And I remember first meeting you like at the end of the 90s. And so the fifth quarter was up for 20 years. It's not going on anymore. We closed the site in 2019 after 20 years, consecutive years of being up. But, through those 20 years, I have, learned a lot, gained a lot of friends, met people like you. And, I'm always a bandhead to the death.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I think you said your mom and dad, they marched for A&T as well, right?
yeah, they marched in the 60s. My dad was actually band president back in the day. And so, yeah, I mean, that's just something I always grew up with. My parents are very into A&T athletics, and, we get season tickets. And so, I mean, and I'm originally from Hampton, Virginia. So I've always grown up around HBCUs. When I was a little girl, going to see the Battle of the Bay back, Norfolk versus Hampton.
Yeah.
I can remember going to those games as little as like 5 or 6 years old. So, I mean, I always knew I was going to a HBCU. So, I mean, bandhead, born and bred. So that's me.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, just to kind of we're talking about encouraging the kids, what I'm saying, a lot going on right now in the world right now.
Mhm.
It seems like from what you told me, you had a passion for band and you made it to something that brought people together. What can you speak on that? As far as bringing everybody together, as far as in the band world right now.
hmm Well, it's technology changes through the years. And so, like the things that we had in the past. Like I would say something like this show. I always wanted to do something like this show, but I never would have imagined that it would be as big as it is, like the ability to create shows like this and platforms like this and the social media platforms that we have. I can only imagine those back in the day. So I'm just really glad that the craft of HBCU bands is continuing to grow. And so I would just say for the band heads out there, just keep continuing to innovate, keep doing your best, keep marching, because, we all we got. And, you just never know what's going to happen, which leads back to, why we're talking tonight. So, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So where do you live now, Chris?
So I live in Durham, North Carolina
Okay.
now. So I live in Durham. So yeah, I'm around HBCU still, I mean, I work very close to North Carolina Central. I could walk from my job to Central's campus if I wanted to. And, just an hour from A&T. And then, with North Carolina, you've got all the North Carolina bands. But, I still try to get out there to different games around the nation, like mostly the Southern U.S. To see different things. But I like North Carolina. Been here for 12, 13 years. 13 years. So,
Yeah. So what's the climate like right now in your area as far as racial relations and things like that?
well, I will say this. So, in the area that I live, Raleigh, Durham, it is a blue spot in a red state. So in the triangle, you've got Raleigh, Durham, Chapel Hill. You've got University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill. You've got Duke. You've got NC State. You've got all of these colleges and there's also the Research Triangle part. And so our area, in comparison to the state, tends to lead very liberal. But of course, you've got your outliers. I would say that in the city of Durham, where I live, there have been nothing but peaceful protests. And I'm very proud to say that, because Durham often gets a bad rap, because in the triangle, we are the city with the most amount of Black folks. So we've had, Durham, we've had a reputation through the years of, being like, oh, you live in Durham, that's where the crime is and all this. Right. But in Durham, there's been nothing but peaceful protests. Now in Raleigh, about 25 minutes from where my house is, there are riots that have there have been riots. In Durham, there have been protests. In Raleigh, there have been protests and riots. Yeah. So, with it being a state capital and everything, I think that, might make things a little bit more heated. But I mean, that's what's going on. Mostly it's peaceful protests for the most part.
Yeah. I think that is, the energy, the kids, they want change. You know what I'm saying? We all want change, but you can tell just from watching CNN that the youth are driving this thing, man. It's
Yeah. And I just want to say to like any college student or, anybody who's in school, because, my career, for the most part, I've worked in colleges and universities, and now I'm working at a community college. But I just want to say, and I had to say this to myself as well, with all of this going on, please try to take out some time for yourself, and get your mental right. If it requires you, turn off your phone all day, don't watch TV, don't read social media, do what you have to do to maintain your sanity, because it's crazy out there. And I mean, I need to take my own advice. I mean, I had to take some time out for myself because it was getting too much and it was getting too overwhelming. And I felt it. I felt the weight of all that's going on, the COVID and the protests and, the killings. I just had to take some time for myself and get my mind right. So please, if you feel like things are just too heavy mentally and emotionally, take some time out to yourself, listen to some soft music, not necessarily bandhead, stuff, but
Yeah, absolutely. Great advice, man. You're looking good, Dr. Walker. You're looking good.
Thank you.
Yep. So looking forward to seeing, so the fifth quarter's done with.
Yes, but I'm glad this is a good segue. Mm-hmm. So I plan to put out a podcast later. And so be on the lookout for that. Okay. It's going to be HBCU band related. Mm-hmm. That's all I can say. But it's just a matter of me getting the clips together. I've already got a couple of episodes done. And so just be on the lookout for that.
Wow. So, yeah, this is something going to be good. You love to talk band. Y'all, yes. If you want to hear about band, the lowdown, this is the person right here. Dr. Walker, she knows band like in and out right here. So this is I'm looking forward to it. Send me the link or whatever, and I'll make sure I promote it on my side.
Okay. Shout out to the female band heads. Hello. We here.
Yeah. We want to have a few on tonight. Crystal Williams will be on.
Okay, Crystal.
Several others. Yeah.
Okay.
So, all right, Chrissy, thank you so much for your time.
All right, Eddie. Thanks for having me. It was good talking to you.
You too.
Okay.
All right, see you.
Bye.
It was Dr. Walker right there, y'all. Miss Dr. Christie Walker. She is legendary in this band game. If you don't know her, you're missing out. You need to make sure you follow her on Instagram. I'm sorry, I didn't ask what her social medias was. Send me, Chrissy, send me a message with your Instagram if you have it. But follow Christie Walker on Facebook. Add her as a friend. All right, let's go ahead and keep this thing going right here. Oh, she's still on. Here we go.
Mm-hmm. Oh, hey.
Okay, yeah. What's your IG? How do we reach you? How do we contact you?
So my Instagram is Christie5Q. It's CHRISTY, the number 5 and the letter Q. And you can find me there, or that's also my Twitter handle. So, I tweet a lot. And then also Facebook. Facebook is Christie A. Walker. So, yeah.
Got you. All right. Well, there you go. All
Okay.
right. See you later.
Take care.
All right. Bye. Man. Legendary right there. All right. Moving on. We have Mr. Carlton Wright, Alabama A&M University Director of Bands. You talk about a history buff right here. A little bit about Mr. Wright. I met him last year, matter of fact. I've always heard his name, but I had only met him last year when I went down to Alabama for my Battle of the Bands that I threw in September. I got to know Brother Wright pretty well. We had a lot of trips going up and down from Birmingham up to Huntsville, where A&M is located at. But upon my first visit there, Brother Wright, man, he invited me and my dad around the campus. He gave us a full tour of the Alabama A&M campus, giving us all the history on it. The founders are actually buried on the campus. You know what I'm saying? Right there on campus. So, it's a lot of unique things about A&M that I had no idea it was the case, man. He definitely educated us. But even beyond that, he's always been hospitable. We talk probably once to twice a week, usually. And good brother right here. Good brother. All right. So let's go ahead and get him on. Let me go ahead and give him a call because, let's see, are you on here, Brother Wright? And what I want y'all to do, like I said, throughout these guest appearances, we're going to pull up some clips. Let me go ahead and ask. Hey, Chrissy.
Yes.
Give me a band clip. This is good. We're going to ask every guest for a clip. And we're going to play what you want to hear. What you want to hear? Who you want to hear?
Oh, my goodness. Okay, well, you know what? I got to choose my school. Come on now.
Okay.
So I really liked when A&T played My Life by Mary J. Blige. I like that.
Let's see if I can find that on here. The band room edition. Let's do it. Okay.
Okay.
Here we go. This is A&T, My Life, by request, Dr. Walker. Heat right there, man. Heat. That was A&T, My Life, man. I love when they do their band room editions, man. It's just something about the acoustics in that room right there. Shout out to North Carolina A&T, man, the BGMM, Blue and Gold Marching Machine. Let's go ahead and get into the next guest. Like I said, Brother Carlson, right, man. You know, this is a very close friend of mine. Look, I met him last year, but we talk often. We talk band, we talk life, we talk fatherhood, we talk everything, man. But I think this is gonna be you guys are gonna like this one right here. Here we go. There he is, Mr. Wright. Uh-oh, little choppy. Little choppy there. You see any audio buttons on the screen, Mr. Wright? Let me give you a call real quick. Let's see. We live and direct right here, y'all. We live and direct. Can you hear me? So you hear me, okay. Can't hear you. You're not using the Bluetooth, are you? No Bluetooth? All right. I'm gonna call you on the phone. Let me get Nick on. You can go after Nick, Mr. Wright. I'm gonna call you on the phone though. All right. Yeah, we gonna work out the technical difficulties right there, man. We gonna work them out. All right. Right here, hey, you on mute right here, Nick. There you go. Hey, this is you already know Band Raw. Everybody, y'all follow me on the 50. Then you know Band Raw. You know Nick. This is who we got in the car right now. All blue. All blue. Yeah, what's going on? You out in the streets?
Man, I just left the streets, man. I just left not too long ago. So I'm just kind of sitting out here decompressing.
Yeah. So Nick is actually out there every night, man, protesting in the city. You in Norfolk, right?
Yeah, I've been in Norfolk, Portsmouth, and Virginia Beach. I can hear my voice is kind of going.
Yeah. What's the climate like right now? Give us a rundown. What's going on? What are you seeing?
What I'm seeing, so the city that I live in is Norfolk, Virginia, and I want to give a shout out to Norfolk, Virginia, the police force there, and how they've responded to the protests and the demonstrations going on. They've kind of, in my opinion, set the example throughout the city because we've had some mishaps with Virginia Beach, and Portsmouth not so much, but definitely Virginia Beach can do a lot better with them. But I kind of go out there, being that I have experience with protesting and demonstrating out in the street. I kind of go out there just to help facilitate. Yeah. I don't step on nobody's toes as far as organizing goes. But just to help out in any way I can and make sure things don't go left. Because we out there, to disturb, but we're not out there to be violent. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. So what do you think? I mean, as far as the approach that we're taking, in the long run, you see some good outcome coming out of this, huh?
Yeah, man. If everybody can just embrace the emotion and then being able to think through that, I think we'd be good. Just with the protests and the demonstration, not just marching, not just making noise, but actually get something done after that protest. Talk to the chief, set up some type of sit down, make sure the community knows what's going on, where they can meet and talk to officials, when they can vote them out, come this upcoming November, stuff like that. It's not just about going out and just raising awareness. Mm-hmm. We got to actually put some action behind that.
One thing I noticed, man, I mean, I agree with everything you said, but one thing that's really important, we gotta be consistent, man. We're very quick to jump on a wave, man. Whatever the trend is, pro this, pro that, pro this. You can't jump on waves, y'all. This is something that we want equality across the board. It's gotta be a consistent thing, man. So, that's a challenge in itself, though. In this media world that we live in, everything comes at you so quickly. It's always something, and I think that's gonna be the biggest challenge right there, bro. Just staying focused,
Yeah, and there's some people that have genuine motives. They getting inspired and fired up, and with everything's going on, they just want to do something. And and I don't shoot them down, but I do encourage these people to like really plan thoroughly. You know what I'm saying? Like have an agenda, have something that you want to get out of whatever you do. You know what I'm saying? And ask for help.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I have noticed, and I'm not gonna say any names, but some people will pop up and just say, "Hey, I'm doing this," just to kind of be out there, and I got to kind of talk to them like, "Hey, that's not what we're doing. That's not what
Yeah.
we're doing. We're not trying to be a part of the scene. We're not trying to put our name out there. No, we actually trying to get some results. It's not about your individual agenda. You know what
Well,
I'm
I
saying?
think that's
So
what's missing, though, man. I think that we always had leadership in past marches, whether it be Farrakhan or we had, a plan has to be put in place across the board, bro. You know what I'm saying? I think that that's what we lack, and we have a lot of different segments across the nation, people doing what we think is the right thing, man. But it's gonna take a voice, man, that has to, make a plan of action and everybody get on board with it. You know what I'm saying? Um,
yeah.
yeah. Okay. Tell us a little bit about Band Raw. I know you got some new things happening with Band Raw. I saw the new poster, the new shirts,
Um,
man.
Yeah, man. Merchandise is. I'm still working on that. Let me put this out there. If you have a black-owned business, okay, I
Mm-hmm.
really need us to step up, y'all. Really, especially during this time. You know what I'm saying? Well, I said that to say I've been looking for some custom apparel, places that are black-owned, that I can get my merchandise through, and a couple people dropped the ball. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I can't get this merchandise thing going unless I can get somebody that can consistently, be there
Yeah.
with the business and everything. So the merchandise is kind of on hold. But what is new is Band Raw Live. Okay. Um, Now this is the first time ever talking about it. I haven't posted about it at all, but it's gonna be an Instagram live show.
Mm.
Every Wednesday, 7:30 Eastern Time, 6:30 Central. Now, the best way to describe that would be like Showtime at the Apollo, but IG live style.
Oh, like a
Okay,
talent
so
show. Got you. Okay.
right, you come on live, you talk about your relationship to music and your background, and then you have 5 to 6 minutes to do your thing, sing, play an instrument, play a beat, rap, whatever it is. And then also on the business side of that, I'm gonna have 4 slots per show for black-owned businesses to come on. They also have 5 to 6 minutes to talk about their brand, their product, and their services and everything.
Oh, that's dope.
So that'll be 4 times per show, and I'm not charging for that right now because I'm not even getting paid for Instagram
Mm-hmm.
to do that. So why would I charge y'all? So this is all love. I've been talking to some people already to kind of fill them slots. So if you are interested, please follow me on IG at It's Band Raw, just like that. It's Band Raw, and then let me know, and I can put you in a slot so you can get your business out there. But
Cool.
I'm really excited about that. We're building a team down here. I got an operations specialist that's amazing, man. Untitled Chapter. So shout out to him.
Yeah.
Shout out to my creative director Naya Nell. Um, but yeah, man, I'm excited
Awesome.
about that. So
Looking forward to it, man. That's gonna be dope. Every Wednesday, y'all. Wednesday, 7 o'clock. You said right?
7:30.
7:30. All right.
7:30 Eastern.
And at Instagram is at it's Band Raw, right?
Right, right.
All right. Cool. Cool. All right. Let's go ahead and segue into another clip. Give me a song and a band, bro.
Song in the band.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and fire something energized, man.
I've been wanting to hit. It's some energized. Dang.
Well, give me what you want. Give me what you want, Nick. Look, what you want to hear, bro.
Okay, because I've been wanting to hear this clip for a minute. Close to You by Miles College.
Cool.
I've
I
been
ain't
wanting
heard
that
I
too
ain't,
long.
I ain't heard that one in a while either. All right, here we go.
Yeah.
2016. Let's do it. This is Close to You, Miles College. Here we go. Mm-mm. All right. Boom. Goes to you. Hey man, that was Miles College right there, y'all. One of my favorite slow jams as well. Hey, hey, shout out to Nick over at Band Raw, man, for picking that clip. Yeah. I want Nail You from every band right here. This is something from Willie Snipes. Willie Snipes gave me this when I came down for Battle for Birmingham. So I'm trying to collect piece of Nail You from every band program. All right, that hat right there. All right, from Miles College. Here we go, man. We getting on to the next guest. Look, let's test it out first. I know we said we was gonna try it out. Let's see. Hey, C, let's go ahead and bring you on. Can you hear me?
I got you. Can you hear me, man?
There we go. There we go. We got action. We got action. Big C right here. All right. Like I said, y'all, this is Director of Bands from Alabama A&M, Mr. Carlton Wright. Thank you for being on, brother.
Not a problem, man. Always good to see you, bro.
Yeah. It's you were out there in the trenches last night. I saw you on Facebook.
Yeah, man. I took two of my kids, my son, and my daughter down there. Just kind of be in the midst of everything, not trying to be violent or anything like that. Just being a part of the vibe, man. Just trying to, encourage people to, protest, but not without the violence, bro. Because when it went crazy, that was just the wrong way to go. It just turned south quick.
So you went out there for the they were removing a statue or something, right? What were they doing?
There's a civil rights monument that's in Lynn Park, downtown Birmingham, and Colonel Lynn or General Lynn, whoever the hell he was, one of the civil rights officers, they erected a monument to commemorate him and the Civil War veterans and all that crap, man. So I was with them on tearing all that stuff down, but not the wide destruction that went on after that.
Yeah. I heard the back end, or they pretty much messed the city up for the most part, man. That's unfortunate. So how do we steer that energy? It's a lot of rage. It's a lot of people upset, obviously, about what happened. What's going on, obviously, in the world with police brutality, and how do we steer that energy in the right direction? The anger is natural, obviously, but how do you steer that?
I think, like Nick was saying, man, we got to support each other. We've got to support black businesses, and as a matter of fact, we do quite a bit of business with companies that are not black owned, but I'm getting ready to turn that corner now, man. I'm looking for vendors who sell band apparel, spats, shoes, gloves, all of that stuff. I think, what's my brother's name?
What'd he sell?
Drum heads, all that stuff, man. Hampton University. I got a brain fart right now. It'll come to me a little bit later on. But we did some business with him, so I'm going to reach out to him and anybody else that has any kind of black-owned business that sell band materials. Let me know, because we're going to start supporting these brothers, man. I just can't keep giving this money away to these guys that don't appreciate us.
Yeah. I mean, that's going to be big. So what do you think causes people in the first place? What's that?
Rashad got his first name, can't put his last name together. But anyway, it'll come to me again.
That'll be big though. So you say he sells all kind of band accessories, band spats, and everything like that. That's huge.
We've gotten shoes. Well, not shoes. We've gotten drum heads, sticks, mallets, all kinds of materials, books. The method book we use is I recommend. So I'm sure he can get any of those things. So if anybody else is out there listening, just hit me up. You can email me at carlton.wright@aamu.edu and just send me a W-9 and we'll have you in business, man. So we're just trying to get situated.
Yeah. So you back home? You back home in Birmingham now, right?
Yeah, I go back once a week to Huntsville, just check on things, make sure everything is straight.
Yeah. So what's the climate like in Huntsville now?
It's funny you say that, man. My flag sponsor, Miss Nakisha Burtz, hit me up today after I got through working out in the yard and doing a little work around the house. Told me to look on Facebook, and a couple of my students out there in the midst of everything that's happening in Huntsville. But one thing about Huntsville, that's a red city, and they're not going to play in the game. So I just told them to be safe out there and, just take care of themselves.
Yeah. So what can you tell your students, just a lot of the ones that may be, just discouraged, what may or may not happen in the fall, as far as the season, we got to keep their spirits high. Like, what can you tell them, Mr. Wright?
But basically, man, most of the kids have instruments. They just need to stay home and stay safe, man. Don't get out there in the foolishness and trying to be violent or anything. If you're gonna go to a protest, just go and keep your distance from people. Put your mask on, and do it that way. But above all things, man, get those horns out and start practicing, man. Start practicing those long tones, those lip slurs, scale studies. You might not have any music to practice on, especially freshmen coming to different band programs, but you guys got to, be ready whenever we do start. Everybody's going to have to come and start punching because there ain't going to be no excuses. Nobody want to hear, well, we've been out for COVID-19. That's bull. When it's time to hit, everybody needs to be ready to roll. So just stay home, practice, and be safe, basically.
What I noticed is that, man, a lot of programs, a lot of band directors and everybody is taking it as if it's business as usual. You know what I'm saying? They're not even planning as far as what if, what may not. It's like, no, we got a season coming up. We got to get ready for it. So that's kind of how you got to approach it, I'm sure.
Well, we band directors in the SWAC, man. We've been having Zoom calls every Wednesday, except for this past Wednesday. We'll meet up on this coming Wednesday. We've been having Zoom calls to kind of brainstorm and come up with contingency plans for each one of our programs to present to our administration. So we've been pretty proactive on that. And I turned mine in to my boss on last week, and he was reading over today, so he likes what he sees in there. So we got 3 different scenarios, and some guys have 4 different scenarios. Start school on time, start school a little bit later, and then another scenario, we may even start school 2 weeks early. We just don't know, like the University of Notre Dame is doing.
Yeah. And
get out before Thanksgiving. And, of course, the scenario nobody wants to see is continue online school. So that's an option we don't want to see right there.
Yeah, I'm sick of this chair, right? Sitting in this chair. I work 9 to 5, then having my shows here. It's just, I'm sick of sitting. But yeah, I feel you. So look, this is what we gonna do, Carlson, man. We gonna go to a clip that you choose, man. It could be an A&M clip. It can be any band, any song you want to hear right now.
All right, let's go with A&M 9mm.
Let's do it. Oh, you going straight to it? That's what I'm talking about. Let's go.
Yeah, that was one of our crunk songs.
Yeah. Who wrote this song right here?
That was Mario.
There you go. Okay. All right, here we go. 2018, 9mm.
How your pops doing, man?
Man, I just talked to him today. He I went over to his house, man. We were talking about just a lot of stuff. The dog ran away. So she was old. She was old, Mr. Wright, man. And she's going a little senile. And she walked off and she ain't come back. So she's been gone for about a week now. So they kind of going through it. You ever lost a dog, you know how that feels.
Yeah, I understand, man. I got rid of a dog. I was glad to get rid of him. I love dogs, but this fool right here, man. This nigga didn't even, I'm sorry, bro. Excuse me.
Hey, talk your talk. Talk your talk. See.
this damn dog didn't even know his name, man.
Yeah. You said you got rid of him?
Yeah, bro. We had to get rid of him. He was just so scary and didn't know his name, disobedient. So I can't have no dog like that.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get into this song right here. This is Alabama A&M 9mm.
Cool.
This is a Killer Kid production.
That's heat right there, see. That's heat. I lost your audio. Lost your
Yes, sir.
audio. There you go. There you go. Man, that's heat right there. Mario wrote that thing.
Yeah. And we got a good host of student arrangers coming along the way too, man. These guys working hard. Mario's working with them, and bring them along the way. So
Yeah.
look out for these guys in the next few years. They're going to be some dynamic band directors. So we're really proud of them.
Man, y'all doing y'all thing, man. Yeah, you turning that program to a whole new direction. I love the direction you taking it too, bro. Taking it into as well, man.
It's a team effort, bro.
Yeah, it is. It is. And you always shout out your team, man. That's big. Okay. All right, see, I'm gonna text you after the show if it's not too late. If not, I'll hit you tomorrow.
All right, bro. I'll be waiting on you. You good?
All right, see.
All right, peace.
All right, later. All right, that was Carlton Wright there, man. Awesome individual, awesome man, awesome father, bro. He's all a well-rounded guy, man. We talk often. We are very similar in a lot of ways. He teaches me a lot though about history and about life in general. He's been here a lot longer than me, so got a lot to learn from Mr. Wright right there, man. So next guest is it's very familiar to the show. Y'all should be familiar with him as well. Mr. Brian Simmons, assistant director of bands from Southern University, will be on. He's actually in the queue right now. Let's go ahead and get him on here. There you go. Hydrate, brother Simmons.
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm good, man. We just doing something special tonight, something spur of the moment. A lot of stuff going on in the world, and we got to keep our band kids encouraged. A lot of uncertainty going on in this nation. A lot of people jobless right now. Just a lot of things going on. So I reached out to all the leaders, from the student leaders to the staff, people that are well respected in this band game. So if you're on here, it's because it's for that reason. A lot of people look up to you, Mr. Simmons. And if you're not familiar with Mr. Simmons, I don't know what rock you have been hiding under, but go ahead and tell them who you are. You know what we know, Mr. Brian Simmons, arranger extraordinaire. You know what I'm saying, baritone extraordinaire, but you play other instruments also, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I know these people on the show tired of seeing me, man.
They tired. No, never that.
Yeah, I'm tired of making y'all have to deal with me. It's all good though.
Yeah. What's the social climate right now? Where are you located now? In Baton Rouge?
Oh yeah, I've been in Baton Rouge 10 years now.
Okay, so what's going on right now as far as, is there a lot of protests going on in your area?
My area? Hey, man.
No.
I stay in a nice little mixed community, man. It's the worst thing we get is somebody dog in the street trying to mess with your trash over here. So everything be good over here, man. But they had a protest downtown, I think yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. So they had a little something going on. It wasn't, it didn't get out of order. Nothing violent, but the news did some coverage on it. But other than that, on my side of things, man, it's quiet over here, man. The worst thing you might hear, across the street, they got like some wildlife stuff going on. So you may hear some people over there deer hunting or something like that. But other than that, it's good.
Yeah. So it seems like you live in a pretty nice neighborhood. So as far as the police presence, do you run into any kind of issues? Yeah, what's the police like in your area? As far as how they treat, different types of, white folks versus black folks. I'll keep it simple.
I mean, policing is a gamble, man. You know what I'm saying?
You don't know who you're gonna get.
And it's kind of hard for us as African Americans to say that because you want to hate the police or you can't be for the police, but every experience is gonna be different. Mm-hmm. The longer you live, you're gonna know that. I've been pulled over by some black cops who were a-holes and some white cops who were good guys, and vice versa. So, you just never really know. You just got to be prepared, and you have to, I tell my students that all the time. I say, man, y'all, in this band, if you can survive a Southern University marching band, you can survive anywhere. Yeah. What I mean by that is we talk pretty crazy. Hey, I'm 95% of a nice guy.
95.
Yeah, 95% of a nice guy. Okay. But on the other end, and when it gets real, it get real. Yeah. So I tell them all the time, if you can deal with me, you can make it anywhere. So when you get stopped by the police officers or somebody like that, or somebody in authority, talking to you in a manner, that's very, aggressive sometimes, you have to think. Take 5 seconds to think. 15 if you need it, like even me, just as a, I'm very quick with it. So somebody tell me something, And I've done it with police a few times, you know.
I think I agree with that sentiment. You know, but I think what happens is those encounters. It's like when you fill up a glass of water. You know what I'm saying? You can take this much, that much, but when your cup starts to run over, it's like I think that's when people hit that point where look, I can't take all this harassment. You know, they gonna that 5 seconds turn to 1 second. It's like look, so you know that's the person we gotta reach. You know what I'm saying? That police officer.
Your cup can run it over,
Mm-hmm.
but at the end of the day, your job is to survive.
Mm-hmm.
It's to survive.
Yeah.
So you can explode. You can say whatever you want to say. You can feel played and get that, you know, testosterone and stuff running through you. You know what I'm saying? But in the end, who do you risk hurting? You know, you have to love yourself enough to comply to whatever someone is asking of you, especially a police officer. It's okay. Like when you know your rights, you be able to maneuver through situations. But sometimes when situations get out of order and out of character, then you must really think and be smart.
Yeah, I think it's you know, not even fathomable to think that we're going to alleviate or get rid of racism in this country. It's never going to go away. But I think with what's going on with these protests, we bring an awareness, and I think, like I mentioned with Nick earlier, man, we got to stay consistent with it though. It's like we can jump on these waves and protest this week, next week, and then a whole year go by and we forget about it. It's got to be a consistent thing where we're saying, look, we're not going to tolerate the harassment, the constant racism, the harassment. It's like we have to stay consistent with it.
People, we have to, and this is a very hard thing to do, to organize something like this. See, what people don't realize is much like a lot of other ethnic groups, and I'm gonna say a lot of other, I'm not gonna say majority, but African Americans, we are in two ends of the extreme. We have some people who say that, you know, it's the white man's fault, it's the white man holding us down, you know, and then you have another end of it who's saying that, you know, do better. We've been good long enough for you to get up and do better for yourself. Look at me. Look at all the rest of us. You know what I'm saying? And they don't realize that both are true, and we got to meet somewhere in the middle. If we don't meet somewhere in the middle, then it's hard to organize anything because everybody refuses to see the other person's point. So just as we have people in the street protesting, you have to have people in Washington speaking up for you.
Yeah.
You know, it has to go. And then you can have somebody in Washington speaking up, but if you don't have people in the streets saying or doing anything, then it makes it seem like, okay, well, they're fine. So
I mean, not only that though, B, I think what we focus so much on every 4 years voting for the president of the United States, but they can't authorize what the governor of Louisiana tell. You know what I'm saying? They are the legislators of that state. I think we always overlook the 50 states and then the city council and you know what I'm saying, the delegates. That's who making the decisions who affect how you live on a day to day. You know, and I think that's what we got to push. It's not just the presidential election. We got to vote all these positions that affect our lives, man.
A lot of people don't, but you got to realize, you know, it doesn't concern me until it concerns me.
It's right.
And that's, you know, as a people, I was just having this conversation earlier, and a friend of mine, she was telling me that, you know, one of her white friends called in, was basically telling her, yeah, you know, I want to go on Facebook and make a comment, you know, because, you know, I think this is wrong, and, you know, my son plays sports with African Americans and all this other stuff like that. And she was just like, you know, she had to kind of talk to her and get her to prep her comment a little bit, because she was like, you're going to get drugged for what you're going to say. And I think something that we don't talk about as a people is we don't know what we want.
Well, we got to be steered to it, right?
Right. We don't know what we want. You know, on one end, you know what I'm saying? I said this, you got to bring it, let's bring it home, man. The rules of the hood is things don't see nothing, don't hear nothing, don't know nothing. And that's out in our community. You know what I'm saying?
It's almost like we always go by, that ain't my business, that ain't my business.
Exactly.
You focus on your own household, but.
Exactly. So now you have this going on in your immediate community. You know what I'm saying? Somebody got shot across the street. You don't know nothing, you ain't see nothing type deal. But then when it becomes on the national chain, you want a natural reaction from everybody. See, we have to show that change in our own community. We have to show it in our own community. So, like I said, we have to come together to decide what it is that we want. We can't just, and yes, we want the police to stop killing African Americans. But again, in totality, what do we want? In totality, where do we want to see this go? Where do we want to see ourselves as a race? Just as a country, our percentage that's represented. Where do we want to go?
It's hard to ask that. It's hard to answer that really, because it's like when you never had something, how do you know how to ask for more of it, or how do you know how to quantify that? It's like if you grew up with no money and you become a millionaire, you don't know how to save money. You don't know how to manage that budget because you never had that growing up. So it's like if equal rights is something that you never had growing up, it's like you saying, look, well, tell me what you want. Will you? It's hard to speak that. You know what I'm saying? So you see what I'm saying?
It is hard to speak that, but just as you said, you just said people worried about the presidential election, but they're not worried about local elections. How do you worry about local elections? It's called education. It's that simple.
Yeah.
It's not that hard.
Yeah.
You have to ask a question. Just like when you're sitting at home, just as fast as you turn past CNN, turn it back. Watch it. Write down every word that you don't understand. You see, that's how they hide information from us.
Yeah.
They talk over our head, and we looking for that fast pace. I remember studying certain political science classes, and when I would watch the news and there would be certain words or something that would come up, or certain topics, I would write them down. And I would write them down because I didn't understand them, but I would have to look it up and find out for myself. You see, that's free, man. That's free.
Yeah.
We can't complain about the things we don't look for. The information we don't look for is all at our fingertips. And don't get me wrong, everything that we're going through, you know what I'm saying? All of the actions, all I'm gonna say is this. I'm not gonna tell nobody whether to loot, whether to not loot, whether to protest, whether to not protest, because guess what? That is a personal thing. You must know how you feel on the inside and what your reaction is, and you must make a decision. Also think about the consequences of your life. Something like that, getting caught up in the wrong thing could change the trajectory of life. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? That's how we get changed. But I'm not gonna tell anybody what to do about that. But at the end of the day, educate yourself. Educate. Know what you're fighting for. Know what you're walking for. When those people walk in at Target, what are you walking in there for? What is the cause? As long as you know in your heart for it to be true, then go do it.
Absolutely. All right, man. So we're gonna we gotta get guests on. We got about 20 more to try to get on. So do me a favor, Brian. Give me a clip you want to hear. It can be Southern, it can be any band, but give me a song and a band. Let's go ahead and run into a song right quick.
I want you to play your favorite Southern song.
My favorite song?
Yeah, play whatever it is.
All right, I played a Southern song. I played Power when I opened the show, man. That's one of my favorite clips. You wrote Power, didn't you?
Mr. Hamer wrote Power.
Get out of here.
I know what I want to hear. You want to know what one of my favorite songs is? I know y'all get tired of hearing it, but I just like that song. I don't care. I call it all the time. I love that song. Both Sides versus Miles.
Woo.
Both Sides. I just love that song, man.
Yeah, I could tell. Hey, I think you called that one during the battle as well. I think you did.
Hey, I call it a lot.
Let's go. What year was that from? That was from 18, right?
Yeah, Mardi Gras 18.
Okay. Oh, you said verse Miles. Oh, okay, yeah, this is Bacchus 2018. All right, here we go, y'all. This is Southern University, Human Jukebox, Both Sides, 2018.
The band gonna play that at my funeral, man.
I thought about that the other day. I was like, man, I want to have a mass band at my. That's kind of grim. It's kind of grim, but I don't
want no Order My Steps. I don't want no Just a Closer Walk with Thee. I want the hits. I want Both Sides. I want the chants. Everything.
Yeah.
I want all of that. It's gonna be all right.
Yes, let's get into it. Both Sides, y'all. Southern University.
With my short tie.
That thing was kind of short, B. All right, it's all good. Let's crank out.
I'm a short guy, man. Everybody tells me that when they come in. That ain't that short. Yeah, I know how to tie though.
Yeah, it ain't no clip on.
You think you're turning up the background?
Why the volume seem kind of low?
It's all right.
It's all the way up. Melo's is sending that, bro. Woo!
I always talk a lot of stuff, and this is first. So with me, it's all good now. That's how they gonna carry my character up.
Oh, that was Trent right there. Trenty.
2018, yeah, he was there.
Uh-huh. Good Lord. Hey, man. And look, I don't know what kind of stuff Garrett be sprinkling on y'all. Man, y'all sound good, bro. I don't know what kind of microphones y'all use, man. But y'all sound good, bro. It's like it's unmatched.
I don't know. Audio is not my ministry, so
Me neither.
I don't into those things, man.
Hey, man, that's one of the dopest clips from 18 right there. That's from the early 18 though, so that was more so fall 2017 going into 18.
Yeah.
But, awesome. Hey, B, thanks for your time, man. So we're going to go ahead and get on to the next guest. We have Mr. Jordan Barnes, student leader from Norfolk State University, Kappa Kappa Psi, man. Hey, Brian, thanks for your time, sir.
No problem, brother. Everybody stay safe out there.
Let's stay safe. Yes, sir. All right. Hey, look, our next guest, man, we have Mr. Jordan Barnes. He's the president of the Iota Xi chapter of Kappa Kappa Psi at Norfolk State University, man. Also plays clarinet / mellophone. Well, trumpet. I'm sorry. He moved on to trumpet. Clarinet and trumpet right here, man. Student leader, awesome young man right here. He's going to go on and do some great things in the world, I can tell, man. But let's go and get him on, man. This is Mr. Jordan Barnes. Here we go. What's going on, my brother?
How you doing?
I'm good. You out and about?
Nah, I just came from a couple of things, you know what I'm saying? Just trying to be involved and whatnot.
Yeah, how's it looking out there?
For the most part, it's been peaceful, you know what I'm saying? Nick kind of spoke about it earlier. You know, Virginia Beach got a little hectic, but other than that, it's been very peaceful, and I believe with consistency, the point we're across.
Yeah, so you just came from Virginia Beach tonight?
No. I came from Norfolk earlier.
Wow. So, before we get into that, into the details of the protest, man, tell the people a little bit about yourself. I told them that you went to Norfolk State, you marched for the Spartan Legion, president of Kappa Kappa Psi chapter of Iota Xi chapter of Kappa Kappa Psi. But tell them a little bit more about yourself, man.
Sure. I was born and bred in 757. For those who don't know, that's the Hampton Roads area in Virginia. You know, I'm a bandhead through. I marched in National River in Suffolk, Virginia. Then I moved on to the Spartan Legion. Clarinet and trumpet, that's what I do. Currently I'm a senior history major at Norfolk State University, and social justice is my thing. So
yeah. What are you looking to do once you graduate? What kind of field are you trying to get into?
Definitely law school. I definitely plan on going in the legal field.
Gotcha. And what kind of law do you plan on practicing?
Civil rights, more specifically, employment, housing, things of that nature. It's really the little things that hold African Americans back, or I should say marginalized groups back.
Yeah.
And I'm there to fill those holes up so we can move forward as people.
That's awesome, bro. We got to talk more about that. So as far as on a leadership level at Norfolk State, man, you have a lot of people looking up to you. You are a student leader in the band program. What what kind of words can you offer as far as encouragement to your peers, man? Dealing with what we dealing with right now.
I would definitely say, first of all, take care of yourself. Because if you are not right, you can't help somebody else get right.
Mm.
So I would say that first. Secondly, if you do plan to get involved, do it safely and do it in a way that caters to you. Um, there are many people who are angry and they feel like protest is the way to go, but that's not for everybody. Protesting isn't for everybody. There are different avenues that you can take to further the cause and further get your voice heard. So I would definitely say fix yourself first. Make sure you're good before you do anything, and then secondly, be smart and be safe when you're getting involved.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's a lot of uncertainty in this time that we're living in right now, Jordan. The fall season coming up very, very, very soon, man. I think a lot of people's
Yeah,
lives revolve around band season, meaning the fall season, also more specifically. And I'm hoping that there is one, bro. We got to find some silver lining somehow.
yeah, man. A lot of people are asking themselves every day, are we gonna have a fall season? Are we gonna have a marching band season?
Hmm.
We don't know. It's kind of up to uh, interpretation at this point. It's up to the way people think. Some people are optimistic, some people are pessimistic. So you just gotta hope.
Yeah. So what I'm gonna do is, bro, we doing is we bringing on music after each segment, bro. So who do you want to hear? Give me a band and give me a song.
Ooh, ooh.
Well, before I do that, let everybody follow you, man. Give me your social medias and give me everybody. How can we reach Jordan Barnes, man? Instagram, Facebook, everything, bro.
Sure. So on Facebook, it's just my name, Jordan Barnes. Uh, and for Instagram is Doctor, so Dr. Period 3 underscores J.
What's that about, Dr. J?
Oh man, see, look, it's a double meaning. So Dr. J is one of my favorite players as far as basketball is concerned. But number two, it's an aspiration of mine to get my doctorate. So
Okay, okay.
it's a double meaning.
All right. So let's go ahead and get into it, man. Give me a song, give me a band.
Let me give you a throwback. Let's hear the Spartan Legion, of course. I'm biased. And the song is "Say Yes."
Woo, yeah, you are taking it back right there. That's from I got the one from 2003.
Yeah, man.
Let's
And
do it.
it had our associate band director doing a solo.
Uh
He's
huh.
awesome. Bless y'all ears real quick.
Miss Stephanie Sanders, absolutely. Here we go. Norfolk State,
Yeah,
Say
man.
Yes from 2003. I ain't heard this one in a while, Jay. All right, here we go.
Yep.
why they got Brandon pop up like that? All right, hold on. Hey man, Hey man, that was some heat right there, bro. Heat.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And it was soulful.
All right. Look, hey, Jordan, appreciate it, man. We have Dr. Everson Martin on right here from Alcorn State to follow up after you, man. And look, you be safe out. Are you going back out in the streets or are you going home now?
Nah, I'm gonna hang it up for tonight, but I will be out next time.
Okay. All right, well shoot, I'll hit you up later, man. Go and get some rest. I'll talk to you later, bro.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
All right now. All right. That was Jordan Barnes, like I said, president of the Iota Xi chapter of Kappa Kappa Psi at Norfolk State University, man. You can tell he's very exhausted. He's been out there protesting, doing his thing, man, fighting a good fight, man. So let's go ahead and get the next man of the hour on. This is Dr. Everson Martin, director of bands from Alcorn State University.
I'm on there.
There you go. What's going on, man?
What's up, E, man? I'm on here or what?
Yeah, we hear you good, man. So look, I ain't had you on since the interview, man. So, but I wanted to make sure I got you.
I know, man.
For this episode, man.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. I appreciate you reaching out, man. You know, we in tough times right now, so you know, we trying to find our way, man.
Yeah. So, what's the climate like right now? Where you at?
I'm in Mississippi, man. You know, so the climate has been pretty good. We had a few peaceful protests in Jackson, I want to say yesterday, and the small town of Petal, Mississippi, they have been, protesting some, their local mayor, man, who said some real insensitive, commentary on the whole George Floyd incident, man. So, but the protests have been peaceful. I think they got a few more scheduled for this week, man, and I'm just kind of glad everything is, real peaceful in Mississippi.
Yeah. It seems like you have a very good rapport with the kids, man. They look up to you. They definitely hang on to your words. So, what can you offer them as far as words of encouragement, Doc?
Man, as far as words of encouragement, man, I just want to tell them, just to take this time, man, and just kind of do some reflection on where they fit at right now in this time of their life. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot happening, man. We just had we still going through the COVID-19 thing, the coronavirus. The country's kind of in an uproar. Sometimes, man, all you have to depend on, man, is, the people close to you, the people around you in your craft, man. In this case, man, with them being band students, I would encourage them, man, to lean on their band family, whether it be friends in the band or just, fellowshipping with each other and just reaching out to folks, man, because we living in tough times, man.
Yeah. I think that it's a unique situation going on right now. It's like someone said earlier on the show. It feels different. Man.
Right.
It's like Beanie Siegel got this song. I feel it in the air. And it's like I keep hearing that song in my head. It's like something feels different. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I just, and also, man, shouts out to the people that you had on before me, man. They were saying some really, really good stuff. Especially my man that's talking about creating a platform for Black businesses and stuff like that. My man Carlton Wright, who I look up to, talking about patronizing Black businesses and stuff, man. Brian Simmons was saying some really good things. The first young lady you had on, Miss Christie Walker, man, she was saying some nice stuff too. I love her energy, by the way. So, man, we got to continue to do more of that, man, for real. And just supporting one another, man, and we got to band together, man. And what you doing right here, man, this platform right here, just staying together. You know what I'm saying? Like Mr. Carlton Wright was saying, man, we've been meeting every week. The last few weeks, all of the band directors in the SWAC, man, we've been having Zoom meetings, just kind of discussing things in terms of contingency plans, how we going to present stuff and do everything, man. So, now is the time to come together, man, if anything.
That's awesome, man. I always thought, man, that would be dope if y'all did something like that to kind of keep the momentum going. Because let's say there is no official fall season, man. They have a contingency plan. That's dope. I'm gonna have to pick your brain more on that, man, because I love it. However I can help with that, I would love to help with that, man.
Man, definitely, man. I'll kick it to him, man. And it ain't just us, man. It's Carlton Wright, myself, Rod Little with Jackson State, Prof D with Texas Southern. He been on. You got my man you got Graham from UAPB. You got Dr. Oliver, Alabama State, man. All of the SWAC band directors, Kid has been on. My girl at Grambling, Dr. Roba, she's been on. All of the swag band directors, man, have been meeting, man. Tim Zachary, my man, Prairie View, you know, so, and we just trying to be proactive, man, because we don't know what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm. You maybe add one more to that phone call, some band from Tallahassee, I heard.
Yeah, I've been peeping that out, man. I don't know. Is fam ready to come to the Swag Day show? I mean, you know.
No, we're going to find it. We're going to see next, like 2021. That's going to be the year if it happens. We're going to see, right?
It's going to be interesting, man.
Very, very.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what else, man? So I think that what we've been doing, Doc, is playing a song after each of the segments.
Okay.
Who you want to hear?
Man, look, I want to switch gears, man. Go with Alcorn, God's Got a Blessing.
Ooh, what year is that from?
Dude, 2015. Alcorn, God's Got a Blessing. Yeah, from the March and Sport clip, I believe. Alcorn, God's Got a Blessing. Yeah, we're going to switch modes, man. We need the Lord in our lives right now.
I see it. 2015. Let's do it. Let's run that thing right there. Here we go. Hey, how we get in touch with you, Doc, man? What's your Instagram handle?
Oh, man, EvDoggy11, EVDOGG11. That's my Instagram, and they can just look me up on Facebook, Everson Martin.
Yeah, anybody interested in the sounds of Dynamite, man, this is the director of bands for that program.
Yeah, man. Y'all hit me up, man. Since I did your show, man, a lot of people reached out, man.
Yeah, I've been hearing so much good things about, man, just the program. Like I said, my Facebook thing, y'all would have been top 5 hands down, you know what I'm saying, in the Swag.
Yeah. Click that first one at the top. Click that first one at the top, man. Yeah.
Yeah, if there was a season this fall, man. Anyway, here we go. God's Got a Plan. I see you, Doc.
Yeah, I was feeling it, man.
Yeah.
I was feeling it.
This your arrangement right here?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, we had the whole stadium singing, man.
I love that right there. Hey, Doc, I love that right there, man.
Oh yeah.
I don't listen to gospel as much as I should, man. But that's it's something about band. Y'all add a whole different twist to it, man.
Yeah,
Awesome,
man.
awesome
Yeah,
right there,
yeah.
man. Are you big in the church?
Yeah, man. Yeah. I'm very spiritual. I'm not too big into religion, I say, but I'm big into being spiritual and having a relationship with God, man. You know, I'm always talking about being positive and having a relationship with God to the students. So, you know,
Yeah, man. Awesome, man. Your influence is definitely there. I see it in the program, man. It's shifting. I mean, 2020.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So thank you for being on the show, Doc, man. We're gonna get on to the next guest, Miss Sanders, and
All right.
another fellow Mississippian, man. We'll talk more about it, but you know she.
Oh yeah. She need to
told-
reach out to me, man. I've been trying to get in touch with her, man.
Yeah. Okay. We gonna make it happen. All right. Hey, appreciate you, Doc.
All right. Thank you.
Later. All right, man. That was Dr. Everson Martin, Alcorn State University band director, right there, man. He's turned that program into a whole different direction. Look, they sounding good. They're looking good too. Shout out to the SOD. All right, we're gonna go on to the next guest. Our next guest right here. This energy, you won't forget it. Her energy is just there. You know what I'm saying? I watch her lives. She has a lot of, what do they call it? The Air Fryer Chronicles, I think it's called, Miss Sanders. Let's get on. This is Miss Stephanie Sanders from Norfolk State University Bands. Here we go. There she is.
Good evening. How you doing?
We're good. How you? I'm sorry to get you. Look, it's kind of late, but you know I had to get you on the show.
It's late, but I appreciate it.
Okay.
Yeah, we've been Zoom meeting it all day.
Oh no. You might end up being the final guest, so we're gonna go ahead and close it out with a bang right here. So I appreciate you for getting on here, Miss Sanders.
I appreciate that. It's been a good. I've enjoyed the show, and I've enjoyed all of the Meet the 50 shows, and in these days and times, we need some inspiration. You know.
That's why I made sure I had to have you on the show. I'm glad that you was able to get on. I know you had your meeting earlier, but what can you offer? You know, you're positive. You are so positive all the time. You know, women. You know, as far as what I can tell, everybody has their ups and downs, I'm sure, but you present this energy that just. You can't help but feel it, you know. So, what can you offer the kids?
Well, I tell you this. I say this every day, and you know this when I say this on my post. First thing that happens is that we all make roll call. If we can make roll call every day, the impact of our society and this whole entire nation, you just have to be uplifting, you have to be positive, and you have to be forward thinking. And if you can't be like that, then you need to really step out the way and let people handle the business that can be able to handle the business. And it's just this has been a depressing time, an insightful time. And everybody, like you say, everybody has their ups and downs. Today was actually one of my first days of being a little bit down, but I got some good cronies in my corner, just like in spades. You got that big joker and that little joker. I got my friends in my corner that help me.
Oh, sure. I got a spades partner now. Okay, you know a little bit about some spades?
I laid them books down. Yeah.
What? Okay. Yeah. I had one of your students on earlier. Did you watch Jordan on here?
I saw Jordan and Nick and Hines and all my babies.
Yeah.
So and I'm so proud of them because just to see them blossom not only as a band student but as a person, and their impact on society has just been miraculous, and I support all of them in all of their endeavors. So it's good to see them. It's good to see folks from the SWAC and to see my man from Alcorn. You know, they used to work at Alcorn before I came up to Norfolk. So
you were at Alcorn too?
Yes, I was at Alcorn from '97 to 2000. Yes, I was.
Okay, I thought you were at Jackson State. You didn't teach at
I
Jackson State.
graduated from Jackson State.
I messed it up. I'm sorry. Okay, hey, Dr. Martin. So she is actually she's an SO. You marching the band too?
No. Oh, no. I was no. Let me get you right. I was in the sonic boom of the South from Jackson State University. Yes.
Okay.
I taught it all, Corn,
There
with the
you go.
Sound of Dynamite. And my wonderful man, rest in paradise, Mr. Samuel Griffin. So had a good time and been up here in Norfolk for about 20 years now. So enjoy myself, enjoy the students, and God willing, be here for a little bit while longer.
Yeah. Jordan and Nick, they are both out there protesting. You know, definitely exercising their rights. What can you say to the kids, man? You know, their energy is directed so many different directions right now.
Yes,
You know?
their minds are going in 50 million places. Some are, some are positive, and they have some great ideas. The thing about it is that I hate is that, first of all, we don't have good leadership, and I don't want to go political on us. We don't have good leadership from the top. We just looked at our present president that gave a 5-minute speech. And you talking about the military going to be there, and you hiding in a bunker when you are not having persons of color to come and represent. And I don't want just the common folks to come out. I need folks that know how to speak to the people. You also need to have people to have diversity issues and integrity issues that you deal with this young crowd. See, if you realize not only of all races are at the protest, you have them younger, and you have to talk to them, and don't talk at them. You talk to them, because there's some smart cookies, baby, and you have to tell them what is needed for them to progress on. And then you need not only the police department, you need your governors, you need everything to be in order for us to move forward. And it starts at the top. I'm sorry to say that, but until it starts at the top, but to still make the impact. My only gripe is just the loitering. And you don't have to wreck establishments, but I understand the rage now. I really do understand the rage that some have, but you don't have to do that sometimes,
Yeah. I think that someone mentioned earlier on the show how accessible it is to just, to look back and see the progress that was made in the 60s. There was a lot of rioting, there was a lot of looting, and out of that came desegregation, we want to say we fulfilled Dr. King's dream, but we're still working at that, obviously, in 2020. But kids can see, they can go back and see, okay, this is what they did. We assembled, we marched, we protested. I think that's what they're trying to mimic that right now. And
they're actually doing a pretty good job. I have to give it to them. It's just that you got some bad apples in the group that are making some of these protests just go to the far left. But as far as Honey Baby, protest all you want, because I believe it and I support it. But the thing about it is that we have to start from somewhere. The protests begin. You have to talk to these officials, and then you have to get some good leadership going up, So we're just in the strife of it. My thing of it is I just want the students, we're already dealing with a pandemic of COVID. Now we're dealing with the pandemic of racism, and you just got to be very prayerful. You got to be prayerful. You got to stay positive, and you've just got to be proactive in what you're doing and your impact. I was talking with some of my classmates, and we want to start some things just within our own. We all have wonderful skills. You have videography skills, you have skills with the media, and how you can impact the younger generation. You're going to have to do that almost in apprenticeship programs in order for you to survive and to strive forward with things that we want to do in society and make your mark, in this world.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So what we've been doing, Ms. Sanders, is we've been having the people pick a song.
Pick an old song. I was like, oh Lord.
And I was gonna mention that because I knew you was nasty on sax, but you killed that thing right there. And I want you to know that you did a birthday song for somebody live about a month or two ago. I screen recorded that, man, because I said she killed this happy birthday right here. It wasn't, I'm gonna play that at my own birthday party. Forget that. So
well, I tell you what, when you have a wonderful birthday, that means you have perfect attendance. Just like this year, this was the first time for me to have a pandemic birthday party. But hey, I'm not gonna be mad at the 123 people that came to my party though.
They were there. We were there full effect. All right, so it's on you, Miss Sanders. So who do you want to hear and what song?
Let me see. Okay, you know I want to do the Spartan Legion. Let me do some uplifting stuff. Let me have Karen Clark Sheard, since she came in. You brought the sunshine.
Woo. What year was that from?
This was this past year.
What? She came out there last year?
Yes, that's why when the Clark sisters came on, baby.
Oh, I see it right here. Yeah. Okay, let's run it. Here we go.
Okay.
Norfolk State featuring Karen Clark Sheard 2017. All right, here we go. And if you aren't already followed Miss Sanders on Facebook, Stephanie Sanders on Facebook, y'all.
Uh-oh.
All right, which one was it? The top one? Let me see here.
You can use the top one.
This one here?
Yeah, the very top one. Yeah, you can use that one. Should be like 2 minutes or something. Should be.
Yeah, there it is. Okay.
You came my way. Come on, put them hands together. You help me every time I pray. Oh, you gave me peace. You gave me grace. Yeah, you put a smile upon my face.
They moving that camera, ain't they?
You are the sunshine in my life. You are the lifeline. Save my life. Since that I have found Christ, there has been such a change in my life. I cannot get a witness in the darling of Jesus. Wanna make a way for you. Can I get a witness? Oh, no, yeah. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. No, 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 no. Hey, you made my day. You made my day. You came my way. You made. You came. Oh, you made my day. Yeah. Oh, you made my day. You made my day. Oh, you made my day.
Go ahead. Nasty. I see you, Miss Sheard. Needed that. Needed that right there.
Sorry, I picked a bad version of the videography because we have a wonderful media team. So that wasn't our media team. So I had to put my shout out, but I got to give a shout out to Mr. Kevin Harris and Chris Payne, Chris Spellman, all of them. Please don't shoot me tonight. Y'all gonna email me and text me tonight like, Miss Sanders, you picked the wrong one. The band sounds good.
They sounded good in that clip. The video a little shaky, but they sounded good.
Yeah, but Karen Clark, she got it going on. So
yeah. I will shoot. I thank you for your time, Miss Sanders. Enjoy your evening.
Welcome. Thank you for asking me. And yeah, we all just need to be uplifted. And I appreciate the little curve today to just talk about what's going on in society. And we just need some uplifting. And I think the band heads need to know a little history, and then they also just need to be uplifted. And I appreciate you for doing that tonight.
Thank you so much, Miss Sanders. All right, you have a good evening.
Okay, have a good evening. Right. Shout out to the Spartan Legion.
Shout out to the Legion. All right, talk to you later. I needed that energy. I needed it.
Oh, yeah, and kiss that little girl for me. Oh, yes, kiss that little girl. She too cute. I saw y'all cut the coconut the other day.
She loved that. She loved it. She loved it.
Yeah, I gotta do an air fryer. You gonna make me do an air fryer? I'm gonna have to do an air fryer.
You've been slacking because I copy your recipes. Look, I'll be in the kitchen trying to mimic what you making. So you gotta keep me going. All right.
Like, have a wonderful
All right.
evening.
All right, Miss Sanders. Bye-bye.
Shout out to all my band heads, Christie, all the African American women band directors out there, and all my women band heads. Shout out to you. Love you, love you, love you. Love
Absolutely.
you, love
Yeah.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, man. I told y'all, man. Miss Sanders, she has the energy. That's the energy you need right there, man. Awesome person right there. Shout out to the Spartan Legion. Shout out to Mr. Bethea as well. We got to get him on the show, man. But next we have very familiar friend of the channel, Mr. Nathan Hamer, former director of bands for Southern University. But he's on the show tonight. Let's get him on. My man, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing just fine. You got me following Miss Sanders. She got a lot of positive energy. I was getting excited.
All of it. She woke me up because look. I think that it's getting later in the evening over here on the East Coast, but still kind of early on the Central Time. But she gave me the energy I needed. So
I ain't no spring chicken. So
yeah. Oh, it's past bedtime. Oh no. Okay. So we, I don't want to keep you up all night, but I want to make sure that I got you on the show tonight. I know I caught you live. You did with PJ a couple of days ago, and you made some excellent points. And I want to make sure that, as far as the masses, my following, they need to hear a lot of that right there, man. You encouraged the people that was watching, and I was hoping you can bring some of that same energy and same knowledge, man. Obviously, what's going on in the world today. So I'll go ahead and give you the floor, Mr. Hamer, as far as what you see the social climate as now, and how do we progress, and how do we seize this opportunity right now for bettering our position in society?
I made a post today on my social media that sometimes we get, I'm paraphrasing, it's not exactly what I said, but sometimes the media and us, we get lost in methods that we don't approve of. For example, looting and all this other stuff, that we oftentimes lose the message and the purpose. So don't let the methods distract you from the purpose. Don't let what Donald Trump did today or what he do on a daily basis distract you from the purpose. There's never been a change in history of the world, yet alone American history, without a revolution. People had to pay the price of blood for change. All I'm saying is I'm very proud of what's going on. We need to keep the energy. A lot of times in the past, we protested for many reasons and it went away. And people looking for a leader now, they're looking for the next Martin Luther King or whomever. You be your own leader. Be the change that you want to see in the world. We have platforms today that we don't have to wait for a voice. I mean, we're talking on a platform right now. Everybody has a phone. You have the ability to go live and share your story. It's time, man. White supremacy is systemic. It's a system that is often subliminal. And we know racism when we see it, but we don't know the subliminal. It's in the commercials. It's in the hair care commercials. It's in the car commercials. It's in housing commercials. And I can keep naming. And it's time that we got what was promised to us, the slice of American dream, because this country was built on the backs of our ancestors. And it's time for us to stop devaluing our lives. Another person died at the hands of the police. Another person died at the hands of anybody. Enough is enough. And your life don't matter until you understand that Black lives matter. And when you understand that we matter, then everybody matter. And that's just my stance on the whole thing. And of course, they like to say all lives matter, and I believe all lives do matter, but I don't want to lose the statement that Black lives matter. It doesn't mean that all lives don't matter. I mean, we matter too, but we're facing things that y'all don't even care about. They shut the whole country down for this pandemic, but to me, when they realized that African Americans were suffering at a higher rate, and once they got a little bit more familiar with the disease, then, it's okay, let's open up. No, it's not okay. Man, it's something we have to address for the economic, education, inequality, just the lack of resources. We have our people living in what we call food deserts, no fresh foods around and all this other stuff. So, I mean, I can go on days at a time, but racism is real, and racism is a part of capitalism. We are a capitalistic society, and I just encourage everybody to read and educate yourself and form your own opinion. And it's just not about voting for the next president. We show up for presidential elections as a people more than we show up for the midterm election. Who are your senators? Can you name them? Your state senators, and then your 2 representatives that goes to United States Senate. Who are your local city council, your mayor, your DA? I mean, that's what matters right now. So when we say let's vote, well, I voted for Hillary Clinton. She won by 3 million votes. She still didn't win. Well, I mean, stuff happens. But I ain't even talking about the presidential race. Change happens at your home, at local elections, when things are closer to you. The people that rubber meets the road, your mayor, your DA. You want justice, then you need to have a good DA. You want justice, you need to have a good city council, good mayor that's going to force that politically. Yeah. So it's now time for our agenda. And Charlemagne the God, as of the last couple of months, has been spot on to me.
He surprises me a lot of the times, man. He's spot on.
Spot on, you know, because we need a black agenda. No, hey, we elect the president. They take our vote for granted. What are you going to do for us? Because they do what they say for other people. We elect people like 2008. Everybody partied when Barack Obama was elected. It was historical, but all we did was voted for him. We didn't support him as far as he can't do it by himself. He was the dynamic leader at that. Yeah. But we didn't vote in the midterms to make sure that all of his agenda was passed through Congress. We didn't vote in local elections. We have to stop turning a blind eye to distract to what matters and focus on distraction. A few days ago, Trump was talking about he did an executive order on something with social media. I don't know all the details.
Well, they tried to censor him. They tried to censor him, on Twitter, saying, "Hey, you can't censor me." He tried to pass a law saying that,
it's still a distraction.
Yeah.
I mean, that's to change the subject. I can show you a cute puppy right here, and in the background, your house is on fire, but I'm distracting you. So we got to stop falling for the okie doke. We got to stop biting the bait.
Yeah.
And we need a purpose. And I just applaud them, but we need a purpose. It needs to be a method to all the madness. But just the fact that so many young people are speaking up when everybody want to count out to you, man, young people today ain't playing that. They're not taking that. And they're exactly right. I've seen some wrong things too, but I choose not to focus on that.
Yeah. You lost my train of thought just now. I was going to mention. So I think that what you said about, demanding more from our candidate, it seemed like I agree with that, first of all, but it seemed like we always come with that energy right before the election, though. We got the election in November. We knew it was going to be either Biden or Bernie Sanders, you know what I'm saying? Or possibly Elizabeth Warren, whoever it may be. But these demands, I think we can't distract or have anybody at home during voting season this year, man. We can't afford it. We got to vote. We got to vote.
President, though, I think Joe Biden, because he realized that he's who he is. Joe Biden ran for president. He first started in 1988. He ran again in 2008. This is his third time running for president. And he ran twice unsuccessfully, maybe 3 times, I'm not sure, but twice that I can remember. But Joe Biden is Joe Biden to us because Barack Obama picked him to be his vice president. But even in this election cycle, he was dying. Like, he wasn't getting any votes. It took a black man in South Carolina to rally everybody together, and the black women made Joe Biden who he is today in this election cycle. And we can't let him forget that.
Right.
He'd be the president for everybody, but you need to do something for us. First of all, there will be, if elected, we will have our first female vice president.
I heard that. Yep.
And she will be African American. If he picks somebody else, then he
did say that he has not committed to the notion of having he said he will have a woman, but he's not committed to having an African American woman.
Well, he's not going to commit right now, because he just don't want to reveal it. But I think it's going to be an African American woman.
Yeah.
I mean, I have my preference, but I mean, I have a list of good candidates. I have my number one pick, but anybody on that list, I think he'll be okay. And if he don't pick any, especially what's going on now,
Yeah.
he has to pick an African American woman. He has to have a viable chance. Now, we're not voting for him because he picked a black lady, but you need somebody black in your upper senior level administration, vice president, attorney general, secretary of state too.
Yeah.
I think Kamala Harris would be a great attorney general. I think Susan Rice, who served on Obama, will be a great secretary of state. And my girl, Stacey Abrams, I want her to be the vice president. And I want Joe Biden, and then I'm just telling you everything I feel. I want Joe Biden to get out the way in 4 years and let her have it. Like, she run for it and plead her case, and I hope she win. Like, we need a woman president. We need a African American woman president. We need anything other than we got now.
I was about to say the contrast wouldn't be that different for anybody other than Trump right now. You know,
we need a leader. We need a uniter in chief. Somebody who can unite the country. Somebody who can find the words. Even today, what he said. Yeah. And every time I hear him speak, I go to social media and people are so upset, and I'm like, are you surprised? One thing I can give Donald Trump, he's been consistently inconsistent. He's good at that. He's good at it. So I don't expect anything from him and out of him. I never did. Yeah. I never did. And the only positive thing about him being president, I hope it woke everybody's eyes up that, oh, this is 4 years. We have another 4 years of this. I don't know where we will be. Like, the COVID crisis is his fault. No, he didn't create the disease, but he did eliminate the pandemic team in 2017 that Barack Obama put in place, who they left a game plan called Pandemic for Dummies. Like, this is what you do when a pandemic comes. He had no idea. He has no idea of what he's doing. He just have privilege. He's been privileged all his life.
Yeah. Look, November's coming very soon, man.
I can't wait.
You know,
I can't wait.
I'm hoping that we have, a season as well, a band season plus the voting season, man.
We have a band too.
Man.
We need it. I'm 50-50 on it, though. I want it to happen, but I don't think it will happen. Yeah. The band is the total opposite of social distancing. But if it don't happen, we'll be okay. It'll be something that's going to fill in that space. It's just an unforeseen time, and we pretty much on uncharted waters. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know. But just based off information I read and saw, of course, I'm a band head till I die, and I want it to be a band season, but I kind of see football happening with no fans. And
I think I like what Dr. Martin was saying though earlier on the show that the SWAC directors are having these conference calls and trying to determine how they can have a contingency. Where if there is no fall season, what can we do as leaders of these bands to have something in place for the to keep the programs thriving? A whole year going by without any games, man, that's going to definitely take a toll on the programs, man. So
that's where leadership and innovation come in place.
Yeah.
Somebody's band is going to define what it is to be viable and relevant during this COVID crisis, during this racial crisis and everything else. Music has always been the healer of all the just evils of the world because everybody like it. Yeah. So, I mean, it's going to take the right band director and the right person to capitalize on it, and I'm here for it. I'm ready to see it. Yeah.
Hey, Mr. Hamer, I haven't had you on the show in the Director's Corner in about a year, so I'd love to get you on so we can just chop it up and find out more about you, what's going on with you, and you should just really just get you on. This is more about a very focused topic tonight. You know what I'm saying? But maybe in another couple of weeks or so, I can see how your schedule's looking and get you on. For
anytime, man. I'm just glad you reached out to me. Yes, I'm still making moves behind the scene, and some things are happening. Okay. But it's God's time. Will I be back in front of a band? A lot of people ask me that on a daily basis. Yeah. I don't miss it. I'm not gonna say I miss it. I don't. Yeah. I don't miss it. I don't miss certain things, but I do miss the music, and I do miss leading and motivating students.
The kids, right?
And I'm doing that right now in another way, shape, and form. But I mean, the band plays on. The band plays on. The sport will live on because we are a sport. I don't care what football, basketball, or anybody else. We a sport too.
Yep.
And it will live on. And man, hats off to all the band directors because I know from personal experience what you're up against, and I don't know because I've never been a band director in a crazy time that's unpredictable. But just stay true to your principles and just continue just to be innovative and just think of some things that's going to just put your program in the spotlight to bless others, and you'll be all right.
Yeah. Go ahead and book you a plane ticket, man. There's a couple of MEAC schools that can use you over here. Let me leave it at that. I can name them, but I won't name them right now. But
no, I ain't close to anything. I mean, I love the MEAC.
Yeah.
I love the SWAC. I love HBCU, regardless of the conference.
Yeah, absolutely.
And hey, it's all good, man. It's all good.
Hey, what we've been doing, Mr. Hamm, is like give me a name of a band and a song you want to hear. Anything you want to hear.
I got my song.
Who you want to hear?
Southern University, 2012. A song that I wrote called Next Lifetime by Erica.
Good one right there. I ain't heard that one in a minute right there.
It's one of my oldest but goodies. I was assistant band director at the time, chief arranger.
So do you prefer what style of music do you prefer to write?
I prefer to write what I'm feeling.
Okay.
I always like good ballads because it just touches you. You know, I like gospel, rap tunes. I have to be in a mood for it. But hey, I'm a lover of all music. If it speak to me, and the kids like it, or if they don't like it, I make them like it.
Yeah.
But a good arranger could take any song and just make it speak. You know, it's a lot of stuff that I heard other arrangers do, and I don't want to call names because I'm going to miss somebody's name. And I listen to the song, I'm like, how did they get that?
Yeah.
And they just did a phenomenal job. That means they were just feeling it.
Yeah.
So one of the days I was feeling it was Erykah Badu. I mean, I'm an Erykah Badu fan. I'm a Jill Scott fan. I'm a music lover. But Next Lifetime, just soulful. And it's just something about that song that speak volumes.
All right, let's go ahead and get into it. Here we go. This is Southern University. This top one right here? Or which one you want to hear? The jukebox?
I guess the top. I mean, when I say the right clip, we didn't even have we didn't have a media team like they have now. So everything's gonna look antiquated. So you can pick the top one.
That's from Mar Price right there. Let's see. Okay, here we go.
Price did a good job.
chord. I hear that chord. Killer right there, man. You wrote that thing right there, bro. You wrote
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yes.
I could tell. You always tell when somebody put their foot in their arrangement. You was going through something right there, huh?
Yeah, all my arrangements have a story. So,
always, man. Always,
yeah.
man. So, like I said,
Yeah.
I look forward to having you on the show. We can get more in depth about, just your endeavors and, man, just everything about Mr. Hamer, bro. So I'll get you maybe in a few weeks. We'll see how your schedule's looking on one of these Tuesdays. They always on a Tuesday night for the directors' corners.
Hey, man, just keep doing what you're doing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And you had an all-star cast on tonight, and we need you now more than ever before.
Thank you.
Keep your head up, keep doing what you're doing.
And we need you to keep on spreading this wisdom and this encouragement, man. So I appreciate you.
All right.
All right, now. Talk to you later.
Take care.
All right. All right, man. Class act, bro. That's Mr. Hamer right there. Awesome, man. That arrangement was dope. I got to say that. So my favorites right there, man. See You Next Lifetime, Erykah Badu. That was Southern from 2012 right there. All right. We about to get into our final guest for the night right here. Very familiar friend of the channel right here. Very familiar friend of mine, Mr. PJ Howard, assistant director at bands, Alabama State University. Let's go and get him on right here. Here we go, brother PJ.
What's happening, Fred? How you be?
What's happening, P? How you?
Man, power to the people, big dog.
Yeah, I mean, look, we need you on more than ever tonight, man. A lot of eventful things happening this week, man. A lot of stuff going on. I love for you to speak your mind on it.
Yeah. Oh man, I don't want to sound bipolar.
Yeah.
But I really feel like even though it's rough, it's beautiful. You know what I mean? And I feel like this is because it takes a lot, or has been taking a lot to it's been taking a lot to get to the point of where it seems like it's okay for Black people to express how they feel out loud, versus having to, consume whatever's dealt to them, death after death. We already endure enough of, that type of, malicious experience in our own hoods, which is, a whole nother subject. But
before you move on real quick, though, you touched on the point. I want to make sure we don't forget it. You a Marine like I'm a Marine, P, and
Hoorah.
we've seen things, and we've seen things, we've been in combat, we've seen lives being taken willingly, unwillingly. We come away from that, and we had this thing that's 4 letters, they call it PTSD,
Exactly.
It's something that we're able to diagnose this through the VA, we know that's the thing, you know what I'm saying? But you mentioned something that, African Americans living in a certain element that see certain things, it all is relevant. You know what I'm saying? So there's nobody diagnosing this, but people are dealing with stuff that it's a medical term for that. You know what I'm saying? And when you see people out here acting, you might say they're acting crazy. They're doing, you'll speak on your business because your business was definitely affected by something dealing with this last night. But I just want to make sure I touched on that, man. We got to protect our mental wellness, man. And it's affected daily by what we see, what we consume. So go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead, Pete.
No, you're right, man. We're all suffering from trauma.
Yeah.
if you were to, give a psychological interview with just a random black person,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a very strong possibility that you'll see, that person is actually suffering from some type of trauma, and we're so strong as people, even when it comes to pain or certain types of experience, man, we know how to take that lick and numb our bodies, and because all of our lives we've been forced to persevere.
Mm-hmm.
So to actually see what I call a sensitive response from people is actually satisfying. It signifies that there's indeed a new day ahead, with new people at the wheel.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a whole different energy right now, man. When they say people
Yeah.
are fed up, and folks is fed up. What can you speak to the direction of energy though, P? It's kid. This is definitely driven by the youth right now. You can look on CNN and tell that the majority of the representation at these demonstrations are the youth. You know what I'm saying? So it's them.
Indeed.
It's in their court right now. What can you do? What can you tell them if you have their ear right now, P?
Mhm.
Um, the direction is misdirected oftentimes. How do
Yeah.
we steer that in the right direction? To get the most effectiveness out of this situation that we're in right now, as far as these demonstrations.
Man, I think what we shouldn't do is not steer it at all, actually, for the simple fact that if you have to persuade people to see it your way and to
Mm.
feel a certain way, then they're missing a opportunity to be honest and transparent. And until some people are transparent, man, they can't get over the pain because it don't allow them to express themselves.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know if we steer it at all because I mean we might be, sparing them a moment of freedom by trying to steer them. We have to see which direction they want to go in because whichever direction they go in on their at their own merit, man, it's the most honest one. We gotta allow folks to be honest to get it off their chest.
I just think more so, not maybe steering is the wrong term, but more
Yeah,
so a plan, a unified plan
I
has to
got you
has to
now.
be in place, man.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and to keep it honest with you, this is going to be a big statement, but if you allow me to be transparent, some form of segregation needs to come in place because it's kind of hard to get us together when we got so many other people standing in between us.
Hmm.
Because you got to think, even though we see other ethnicities suffer, um, obstacle and misfortune, there's nobody's misfortune that's exactly like ours. See, we have a tailor-made misfortune. You see what I'm saying?
Hmm.
It seems like it was made to fit, us especially. So, our experience is completely different from other hardships. And I just really think that until we get into a confined space mentally and physically where we have to deal with each other and which is going to force us to communicate with each other clearly, it's going to be kind of hard to find one special person who knows how to communicate with all these different, you know, black people come in a lot of. When I say different black people, I'm talking about everybody's in a different headspace. Everybody wants something different, but to get us all in going in the same direction, man, it's gonna take a lot.
Well, that's what I think Obama was good at. People may not agree with all of his actions or all his policies or whatever, but he was an orator, man. His ability to just speak and you feel like some sense of calm come over you just based off
Yeah,
of what he tells you. I think that's what it's going to take. Like people have energy exuding right now. And that's expected. As far as what we're dealing with right now in this
yeah,
nation. But somebody's got to be a voice of reason
yeah.
before anything else. But
But
so
yeah, I
did you?
really do. I really do feel in my heart, man, that we kind of need to regroup,
Yeah.
and then reintroduce ourselves to certain situations because I think the further we travel apart in opinions, is the weaker we'll become. I mean, we'll be You know, another day behind with, you know, not grasping the concept of, you know, being able to unite. Because until we can know how to unite, people just say, yeah, we need to get together, we need to do this, we need to do that. But how do you get together? Like where we get together at? And once we're together, who's in charge? And that's the other deal is being a leader. You know, we've seen historically what they do to black leaders.
Right.
So I mean, it's actually a terrifying
Yeah.
position to assume.
Yes.
So I think that's one of the things, you know, that's slowing down. How do we decide which direction we go in? Because there ain't no structure.
Right. Right. Yeah. Well, did you want to speak on it all about the situation with the business, or do you want to?
No, I talk about it. It was simple, man. You know,
Okay.
I got like one of those you know, surveillance systems that you can, you know, I can look on my phone and see what's going on the premises, even though, you know, of course I'm not there. So, and I start getting notifications, and then, you know, you can see people actually sticking their faces up to the window.
Mm.
And I'm tripping, you know, I'm like, man, am I half asleep or like what's going on? Like my mind messing with me or something. And then, you know, I went in the other room where there was some light and I could see people putting their face up to the window. And then I saw them, you know, actually break the glass, you know, and the, it was just, I don't know, man, it's one of those situations kind of, it was surreal, bro. Like, I can't believe this is happening to me,
Yeah.
you
Now,
know.
is that one of the kind where you can speak to them through the intercom, where you see them like one of those kind of, hey, you know, could you talk to the people?
You know, I could turn the lights on and off and
That's
stuff
it.
like that,
Okay.
though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what kind of business? I mean, I know, but tell me, what kind of business do you run?
A car dealership, you know, you know, specialize in importing and exotic vehicles.
Yeah.
So
Did they damage all the car, a lot of the cars?
they didn't damage it, you know, they just broke out glass. Like, you know, it's like I don't know, man, if they were just,
Right. Right.
you know, I don't know why we like breaking glass when we being bad. You know what I mean?
Right.
Even from when we was kids, you know, somebody would break a bottle or something in the street and put their hand on their mouth and laugh about it, you know, like how
Yeah.
we used to do it. Because, you know, you was being mischievous.
Right.
But anyway, I just think that's what they were doing. They didn't even go in there where the cars were, but they busted the glass out.
Oh, okay.
And those paintings are custom, man, like $3,000 a piece.
Oh, wow. So I'm just glad they didn't get to any of the cars, man. I was glad that wasn't the case, bro.
But they
So
spray paint, you know, they spray paint like on the floor and stuff like
yeah,
that. I'm like,
yeah.
so,
Well,
yeah,
you made a good point. You know, you said that in the area that you live in, the police aren't really the issue in Birmingham. You know, and I can attest to this, man. Moving on out to Hoover and different areas like that, I definitely saw a lot more surveillance. You know,
yeah,
they were deep at the mall. I went to the mall out there. I went to the Apple, you know. But
yeah,
in Birmingham, I didn't see a whole lot of presence, man, from the police as far as harassment, things like that, man. So, like you said, man, if you're gonna do these kind of demonstrations and protesting, man, it needs to be in the areas that warrants that, you know. But
yeah,
that goes back to planning, though. You know, I think it was a lot of energy after that rally last night from taking down that monument or whatever.
yeah,
They wanted to get that energy out, man, and without a plan, that's kind of what happens, I think.
yeah. You know, it just bring a whole nother meaning to, you know, idle mind is devil's workshop.
Yeah,
You know, that's the same thing as not being led. You know, not having the idea.
yeah,
So nobody had any ideas out there. So that's what it looked like.
right. Okay, but you holding up well though, man. I know you were upset earlier, man, but so we gonna keep on moving, bro, right?
Yeah, man, almost there. I really wasn't upset. It's just that I feel like okay, us actually finally making a decision to do something at the same time. I looked at it as an opportunity. Okay, we got our stuff together. You know, we making stuff happen.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it was like an emotional roller coaster. And then I'm like, well, okay, they tearing up people's stuff because you know, when they first started looting and stuff, you know, I was you know, like I didn't know about my own stuff because my stuff happened much later when it first started. So I was in one mind space. Then it's like, well, I don't agree with him tearing up this. I don't agree with him tearing up that.
Yeah.
And then, you know, it started making me have a different opinion about what we were doing from that point. Not this is even before, you know, they told my stuff. I saw them tearing up other people's stuff, and it made me feel differently about, okay, is this a good idea, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna come together. Something's big gonna come out of this. I feel it, bro. It's just.
I'm praying, man, trying to be optimistic, man, because I want us so badly to have what it is that we after, you know, because like I say, until we feel like we've been treated like somewhat fair, this is always going to be built up pressure.
Well, it gets back to your point, though. You said, you know, fair is relative. Maybe it has to get back to the point, like you said, where some form of segregation is in play. You know, you always reference Black Wall Street and how perfect it seemed in that microcosm. You know what I'm saying? Before what happened. You know, and Atlanta is probably the closest thing we have to that right now. So to see like a lot of things that went down last week. It seemed kind of counterproductive, man, because I think Atlanta is the closest thing we have to that vision right now.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
They blazing the trail, most definitely.
Yeah. Okay. What we've been doing, Pete, we've been having everybody pick a song in a band. We kind of keeping it band driven, as you know, as we usually do. So go ahead and give me a band tune and a band that you want to hear right now.
What do I want to hear? I only get one band.
Yeah. You got multiple? Who you want to hear?
I have a band here, man. Let me hear JSU, Don't Break My Heart.
What year was that from? You remember?
2011, I think.
Okay, let's see what's going on. Yep, you're right on. There it is. All right, here we go. It says previously unreleased footage. Go ahead. This is Marching Sport right here. JSU. And while I'm loading this up, how can everybody follow you on all your social medias?
Man, you know, my newest addition to social media is my Instagram name, which is Moss_boss _Beham. You know, the Moss Boss. It's an Irish sea moss product that you know, I've been administering and distributing to my people. And that's how you learn more about that product and about how to obtain it.
Okay.
It's at my IG page, Moss Boss Beham. Or you can follow me on Facebook, Just Being PJ Howard.
There it is. Okay, this is JSU. They call it Break My Heart or Don't Break My Heart?
Don't Break My Heart.
They call it Break My. Here we go. Break My Heart, 2011, Jackson State. Yeah, yeah. Good pick right there, P. Good pick. That was Jackson State. Break My Heart 2011 right there.
Man, that thing was beautiful.
Yeah. So what's man, look, we gotta have a season, bro. We gotta have a season, man.
Yeah.
Everybody talking about, COVID this, COVID that, bro, but I gotta see what you bring into Alabama State. They already got Dr. O over there in that team of players, man. But
Yeah, they got some hitters already, big dog.
you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
you a recruitment, I want to say recruitment genius, man, based off of how you did Stillman over there, man. So I
And
don't know.
that was God and them students, man. Tell you the truth.
God, students and the energy and influence you brought, bro. You brought
Man, bless
yourself.
you.
Yeah, we could touch on it real quick, man. They made a really a lot of big news about it, but Justin from JD, man, will be coming to Alabama State.
Yeah, Vanilla Funk.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah,
He's gonna play trumpet there.
yeah. I think he gonna play trumpet.
Okay, okay.
He
Yeah,
cold blooded on that mellow too. So
okay, okay. Yeah, I was on his
yeah,
live on Instagram the other day talking to him, and he seemed really excited about it, man. But yeah,
yeah,
I want to
most
see
definitely.
Alabama State, bro.
I want to see him too.
Goodness gracious. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yes.
want to see him too, man. I can't wait to see what's in store, man.
All right, all right. Well, offer the kids some encouragement, man. Look, we're gonna go ahead and close out, but tell these kids, give them something to walk away with. They want to march this season. It may happen, it may not happen, but life got to go on regardless. And I want you to talk to them real quick.
Yeah,
The only way P knows how to do
yeah, man. I just want to tell y'all to make sure that we, be mindful of, like our choices. I'm proud of everybody who's want to continue on to the next level band, but I really want you to be mindful of your choices in terms of, the economics of the institutions that you're attending. Don't just go because it's a hot thing to do right now, because after the newness wears off, the tuition don't change.
it. Mm-hmm.
Another thing, you want to go to a place that's going to give you as close to all of what you're hoping for, because there are some places, and I want you guys to understand when you enter your prospective collegiate band room, there's another standard that's expected of you, and I just want everybody to stop, look, and listen, and just be prepared for a whole another level of learning, and I just want
Yeah.
us to all reach the destination, which is graduate, man.
You heard it, man. I always appreciate your positivity, man. Your words of wisdom, bro. I'm looking forward to seeing you come even stronger with the business, man. Once the business is back open, when is it open? When is it gonna be back open? You think?
Man, I mean, it's like I said, it's just some glass. As soon as they can get it out there,
Okay, okay,
the city's on like a 5-day curfew thing right now.
okay.
So we'll
Yeah,
see, man. I ain't in a rush. I'm really just trying to get caught up on some of my school work right now,
yeah.
and get ready for this upcoming season.
Okay. All right, y'all, man. This has been Mr. PJ Howard right here,
Man,
assistant
bless y'all.
assistant director of bands, Alabama State.
Man, bless y'all, man. Thank you for having me on, E.
All right, PJ.
All right, bro.
All right, man. So look, that was so we ran through about 10 to 15 guests. I don't lost track, y'all, but the intent for tonight was to bring on leadership from a lot of these band programs. And when I say leadership, I don't mean just band directors. I had on some student leaders. We had president of Kappa South chapter from Norfolk State, Mr. Jordan Barnes. We had Christie Walker on, man, co-founder of the Fifth Quarter. She's a pioneer in this game right here as far as this band social media stuff. So I wanted them to talk a little bit and just really give y'all, meaning the band heads, all the band folks, man. That's my audience, and that's who I always focus on, man. Just give y'all some words of encouragement. It's not a lot to really be encouraged about in this time that we living in right now. We hoping for forward progress. I want to shout out to Nick and Jordan for being out there in the trenches the past couple of days out in Norfolk, marching, man, marching for a good cause. And anybody else across the nation that's out there, I think something good is going to come out of this. Like I mentioned before, I want you to walk away with something that you didn't come with. You know what I'm saying? I came with a glass full of water. My glass is gone, so I was hoping that whatever the show contained and you took value from, I was able to pour that into your cup because I'm empty now. You know what I'm saying? I'm hungry now too, meaning I'm empty. I'm running on E. A little tired, but I wanted y'all to have a good show tonight. It was very last minute, and I appreciate y'all for tuning in. So if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that thumbs up. Share this thing out, man. Once it's posted, this is live right now, but once it's posted, you can go ahead and share it out. And yeah, tomorrow, make sure you come back tomorrow night. We will have another living legend, man. And for the director's corner, it will be Mr. John Newsom. All right, Mr. John Newsom. You familiar with band? You know your band history, man. You know he was pretty much the man who made the Howard University Showtime band. You know what it is today, man. And they've had some very strong years over the last couple of decades as he's been in place, man. So we're looking forward to talking to Mr. Newsom tomorrow night. You know, just about everything, man. You know what I'm saying? His whole backstory and how he built that program. So tune in tomorrow night for the Director's Corner with Mr. John Newsom. And this has been Meet Me on the 50. All right. Band together. All right. We gotta stick together in this time, y'all. We have to stick together. All right. And if you're out there marching, be safe. Make sure you be safe. All right. Before you make a decision, think about how it can affect your life. You know what I'm saying? Because we're thinking for the now right now, but make sure you focus on, just take a glimpse into your future a little bit. I know it's hard to do that, especially when you're young. All we care about is what's happening now, but time flies. You know what I'm saying? And, make conscious decisions. That's all I'm gonna say. Make conscious decisions when you out there. All right. This has been Meet Me on the 50. Thanks again for tuning in, y'all. All right, we out of here.